very happy to be here. So let me ask you a couple of questions. How many of you are vegetarian? Not many hands. And how many of you are having solar panels on their houses? And a composter in the garden? Good. And how many of you have sold their big Jeep to buy a small electric car? So I did this, and I'm very happy that there are quite few people here that did the same. So 3 years ago, I've decided to sell my big Jeep to a family with 3 kids. They needed, and I bought a small electric car for myself. Then I became vegetarian for ethical reasons, and because I knew that the industrial meat production is causing 18% of the green gas emissions in the world. And also we installed solar panels at house, at composter at home, and of course in my office we introduced reuse, recycle agenda. So 3 years ago, I've decided to devote myself on the green transformation agenda. And let me tell you the story, how I came to this point. 10 years ago, I was sitting in a big chair, as Irena introduced me, in one of the leading digital corporations, being responsible for 2 of the business lines for a big region, 67 countries. In 2013, it became very critical in Bulgaria. Criminals ended up in the government, and people were on the street protesting. I've been on the street with the people, and of course we're sharing the whole disappointment from the corruption, from the injustice. But of course I've asked myself what's next, what will happen after the protest, how we can build the bigger agenda for Bulgaria, how we will live together tomorrow. And because everything was happening on the street and in a Facebook, I decided to put together a Facebook page where the positive discussion on Bulgaria to take place. And I left 5 questions to my daughter for the 5 days of the week. And I sit in the plane and fly to Asia for my business agenda. So what was happening in these 5 days was that 2 people were responding to the positive question, and then the hate was starting. And I had 11 hours to fly back to Europe. Enough time to think. And I said to myself, it won't happen with a Facebook page. It won't happen with a remote control. And I left this plane with the decision to leave my business career, and I did it. It took a little bit, 4 months, because I needed to negotiate with my management. When I left my business, I founded an organization called MoveBG. MoveBG is a lab for the future, and also brings together the people that create this future in Bulgaria. It brings together the trendsetters, the digital innovators, the innovative artists, the brave scientists. Some of them are here in the room. And we create a platform so that these people can collaborate, exchange, and develop joint projects. This is our house of MoveBG. You see them colorful. Everybody is welcome to join them, to join us, because it is an open house for the creators. And because I believe that the progress is driven by the digital connectedness, by the digital technologies, what we started to do is, first of all, to create digital connectivity and to be able to bring the analog world and digital world together, to have a platform for people in Sofia and people outside of Sofia and outside of Bulgaria to communicate. We developed many impactful initiatives related to digital democracy, to support of the digital economy, especially with the focus on the startups. And also, of course, we created gamified solutions for citizens' engagement and activations. But over the time, I've realized that this is not the whole story. And the progress is under question because of the climate crisis. That AI cannot fix this. We have today 80% deforestation in the world. We have 40% of land erosion, and the soil cannot be used. We have also, on a yearly basis, 1 million of sea animals, of water animals, are living because they are eating plastics. They believe that this is a food. So I've decided to shift the focus of MoveBG towards green transformation agenda 3 years ago. And I've initiated the foundation of Green Restart Coalition, which is, again, people from our community, digital entrepreneurs and innovators, and the green organization, not a typical mix. And we started to drive many different initiatives related to advocacy, to policy initiatives, many things grassroots. What we did, we brought together about 50 people in a room that were coming from a different background. Scientists, energy experts, bankers, business people, and we started activating the collective brain to think on what is the green transformation in Bulgaria, what this means. And we identified about 160 challenges before green transformation in Bulgaria, and we put together about 150 ideas in groups like this that were covering how to support the green tech business, the bio economy, how to protect the natural assets of the country, how to support the sustainable finance, and also how to help transition of the energy sector that for Bulgarians in the room, of course, needs special attention these days. So we've put together this complex agenda as a system work for changing the Bulgaria towards green, and we publish it. But the idea was not to have the next paper. The idea was we to activate the formal leadership as also the community to co-pilot the implementation of this agenda. And initially there was no reaction. Publication was there. So what we decided was to write, this is the publication, we decided to write a book. And this book we called Future History of Bulgaria. It shows how Bulgaria would develop in next 30 years if certain policies and measures and focused investments are implemented today. And after 30 years, through that agenda, Bulgaria would become an innovation center with European importance, place with protected nature, and also a gravity center for people that want to live a qualitative life. And then what we did, we've invited politicians to sit on a round table with the authors of the book. But we gave the word first to the experts so that we set the agenda. So Outcome of all this action was that many of the ideas from our concept ended up in the recovery and resilience plan of Bulgaria that hopefully will be implemented soon. Same we did on a conceptual level for the governing system of Bulgaria. We put together, based on the research best practices on European level, a holistic program how the government of Bulgaria should be reformed in accordance to be able to address the challenges of the climate crisis. And it is a complex thing, but in the center of it was Ministry of Green Transformation, and also we are suggesting that in every single institution there are climate divisions, that there are experts that can translate the climate crisis into policies in education, in energy field, in economy. And of course, we put together a document that government didn't react on. So what we did, we found a Ministry of Green Transformation in the metaverse. And we invited everybody to come. First Ministry of Green Transformation in the world. And again, same thing, politician on the table with the experts, argument. Of course, public was invited because we broadcast those meetings. And the outcome of it was that to the cabinet was added a function of Deputy Prime Minister of climate policies, which was not the whole agenda, but was an important step for Bulgaria. We did the same for the energy transformation sector, and to me and to us in the Green Tech Coalition was clear that the agenda is not driven only on a political level. With the policy frame, it was not possible to fix this. So what I wanted to provoke you, to make you think about is how this climate transformation can be driven. Of course, politicians do part of the work, but we have a role to play. And let me share you what I did. I told you that I've changed all my personal life habits at the beginning of this meeting. What I also did is that I've decided as an angel investor to invest and support only green tech businesses. That's what I'm doing 3 years now. And those are companies, young companies, they're addressing critical ecological problems. One company of my portfolio has found a technology that allows non-recyclable luxury paper to be recycled because the folio is biodegradable. I have another company that is created a technology that is counting the particles of plastics and other polluting components in the water, and another one that built a software platform that helps businesses like yours to decarbonize in a more effective and systemic level, and so on and so what. What I also decided myself is all my volunteer work to be devoted to the climate action. What I did, I'm chairperson of the WWF, as it was said already. I'm also serving on a board of finance and energy Green Center, where we are helping companies to introduce sustainability measures, and also for the sustainable financing methods in the banks. And what I also do, I'm mentor on the Green Tech Alliance platform. This is world platform where more than 3,000 startups in the green tech field are collaborating, and they get support of people like me, and of course they exchange between themselves, which is extremely, extremely powerful. I'm a person that very much believe that we are living in a platform world, socially, business-wise, support-wise, and this changes the whole society around us. So this is what I have chosen to do. And I have chosen for myself to devote myself to bigger cause than my individual prosperity is. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we are living in a world that is not anymore about our individual profit and the money that we are making. It is not about the move in our career. It is about us today and tomorrow. It is about our ability to understand that we depend on each other on this planet. We depend on the people, we depend on all species, we depend on the health of the planet for our future. And that's why I'm standing before you here on this stage to provoke you to become green conscious. It is about green consciousness today, to be able to serve to the mission to rebuild the lost balance between human and planet, which is needs the participation and the contribution of every one of us. So you may choose what to do. You may stop using plastic bags tomorrow in the shop, or implement solar panels on your house. You may limit the meals on the business cocktail in your company to limit the food waste, or you can introduce sustainable measures of your business next to the profitability ones. You may become volunteer or support financially an ecological cause. Just be green conscious and do it now, because we transform tomorrow, but what we are doing today. Do it with green consciousness. Thank you very much.